Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Day 2 of this week's videos. I pray that you were blessed on yesterday. Let's dive into today's. It says, don't expect growth to be easy. You will be tested. You will feel overwhelmed and you will want to quit. But to improve your life, you must improve your tolerance. That's the price of growth. Okay, let's look at today's verse. Galatians 6:9, this has become one of my favorites as well. It says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. If you don't give up. The problem is this. Most oftentimes we quit before the promise. We quit before the results because I have enough in me to go so far. But when it requires more than what I have or what I think I have in me, I quit. Don't expect growth to be easy. When a seed is planted into the ground, it has to fight through the seed to break out and to start to grow. And then it has to fight through the soil to poke out. And then it's got to fight the elements of the rain and the bugs and all these other things to keep growing. There's a process you must go through when you are growing. And oftentimes it's not a pleasant process, but the results are always worth what you had to endure. So don't expect it to be easy. You will be tested. Go ahead and get that in your mind. If I want to grow, if I'm going to grow spiritually, grow financially, grow in my marriage, grow as a parent, you're going to be tested. You're going to face stuff. If you have that as a thought process, as a mindset, that everybody's got to go through something. And in order for me to go from one level to the next, I've got to see some type of hardship. It will change your perspective when it gets hard, because then you realize it's not only hard, I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger. I'm growing here. You will feel overwhelmed. There will be times where you feel like I just can't go no more. You know, I was thinking about when I first started learning how to lift weights, and you put the weight on the bench, you're bench pressing, and they say, okay, today we're going to do max. What does max mean? We want to know what's the maximum amount you can lift. You don't lift your max. You don't lift that often, but every now and then you need to know what's the most you can lift. And so they put the weight on there and you get ready to push and I can't do it. And like push, and I can't do it. And then you finally get it up and you recognize I can't go any further if I was asked. There's nothing left in these muscles to push. You're going to feel overwhelmed at times. But guess what? You're growing. You're growing. You're going to want to quit. Don't feel bad that you want to quit. Just don't quit. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't feel bad that you want to quit, but don't quit. I have been a teacher for over 2 decades. And all this time, this is what I've watched throughout the years. Most children, they have to learn to fight through when it gets hard. And if you don't learn that as a child, when we become adults, we quit at the first sign of adversity. The first obstacle, man, I quit. I can't tell you how heartbreaking it is to teach in my class. We're doing kickball this week. And one team starts to lose, and 3 or 4 of the good athletes, not the kids who are not good, but the good athletes, because their team starts to lose, I quit. I don't want to play no more. This team is trash. This team is no good. Well, see, what has happened is you have learned that if I'm not winning, if I don't perceive that I'm going to win, I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. I give up before it makes me face the possibility of failure. You can't have that mindset. One of the most exciting things about sports or athletics is having a chance to come back. One of the most exciting things about life is watching God move in your life when you thought you couldn't go any further. Don't quit. Don't get weary in doing good, to do the right thing. The enemy is going to try to get you to throw in the towel because you feel like all this that I'm doing what God is telling me, and it's not paying off. So why keep doing it? Don't quit. because the promise is right there. The promise is right there. You're growing. You might not recognize it. You might not see it, but other people do. And you better believe the enemy sees your growth, and he's trying to cut you down at the knees before you grow so much that the world takes notice. Because when they take notice, they're going to ask you, how did you get to this point? And what would you say? To God be the glory. God has brought me this far. So he's trying to get you to quit before you can make your greatest impact. Don't quit. At the proper time, I promise you this. God promises you this at the proper time. And that's the thing. We don't know when the proper time is. So we have to trust God's timing. At the proper time, you will reap a harvest if we do not give up. I cannot state that enough. You can't quit. Expect it to be difficult at times. Expect to be tested. Expect to feel overwhelmed. Expect that you're going to want to quit. But don't quit. Expect the harvest. And when you focus on the harvest, you focus on the promise, you focus on the blessing that comes after the hardship, you'll go through the hardship a little bit different. I pray that today's encourages you. It blesses me. Right? It blesses me, and I'm trying my best to be a blessing to you. All right. If today's video blessed you, I pray that you'll do two things for me. One, click the thumbs up button. Go ahead, click it right now. Two, I pray that you will share this with someone you care about, someone you love, someone you want to see press on and not give up. Those are the two things I would love for you to do for me. All right. God bless you guys. I can't wait. I hope that you'll hang out with me tomorrow for tomorrow's video. Watch it, share it, and live it. Now let's get busy living the life. God bless you.